Sometimes the best games aren't the ones getting all the attention, but the hidden gems that fly under the radar. Today I'm diving into 10 underrated hidden gem Switch games that you should play. These are the titles that didn't get the spotlight they deserved, but are absolutely worth your time. Let's uncover some of these overlooked gems together. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe for more gaming discoveries. Let's start with Eastern Exorcist, a 2D action RPG that blends hand-drawn visuals with intense combat. You play as an exorcist battling spirits in a world inspired by Chinese folklore. The combat feels weighty and tactical, with a focus on precise timing, dodging, and counters. One thing I really appreciate is how every encounter feels meaningful. You can't just button mash your way through this one. That said, the difficulty can feel a bit punishing at times, especially for players looking for a more relaxed experience. Still, the beautiful art and unique atmosphere make it worth diving into. OMNO is up next, and this one's all about exploration and puzzles. You're dropped into a serene world, and your only goal is to move forward, solving puzzles and discovering the story as you go. The game's strength is in its simplicity. There's no combat, just exploration, platforming, and a sense of wonder as you uncover more of the world. The visuals are minimalist, but striking, and the game does a great job of keeping you engaged without overwhelming you. If you're in the mood for something calming, OMNO is a perfect pick. Now, let's talk about Raji, an ancient epic. This action-adventure game is set in ancient India and draws heavily from Hindu and Balinese mythology. You play as Raji, a young woman chosen by the gods to fight against a demonic invasion and save her brother. The game's visuals are stunning, with detailed environments and a beautiful art style inspired by traditional Indian architecture. The combat is fun, but a bit on the simpler side, so if you're a fan of more complex battle systems, you might feel it lacks depth.
See? She has the demon reeling. Now she will bring an end to him.
Jaima!
This door is weaker than the other.
The Spirit and the Mouse is a heartfelt adventure that's all about helping others. You play as a mouse who teams up with a spirit to help the citizens of a small village by solving puzzles and doing good deeds. It's a simple game, but there's something really charming about its premise and how it emphasizes kindness. The puzzles aren't particularly difficult, which could be a downside if you're looking for a challenge, but for a relaxing experience with wholesome vibes, this one's a hidden gem for sure. Eagle Island is a platformer with a twist. You're armed with an eagle companion, and your bird is the key to both combat and puzzle solving as you explore procedurally generated levels. The game's roguelike elements keep each playthrough feeling fresh, but that also means the difficulty can spike unexpectedly, which might frustrate some players. The pixel art is gorgeous, and the game nails that retro-inspired platforming feel. If you love Metroidvania or roguelike games, Eagle Island's unique mechanics are definitely worth checking out. We've halfway through our list for today. Let me know in the comments what you think of the games and if I've forgotten any that you think deserve to be here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's keep going. Next, we have Lost in Random, a quirky action-adventure game where the world is ruled by chance. You play as Even, a girl on a mission to save her sister with the help of a living dice named Dicey. The game blends real-time combat with dice-rolling mechanics, creating a unique gameplay experience where strategy plays a big role. The Burton-esque art style and offbeat characters give it a distinct vibe, but the combat can feel a little slow at times, especially if you're not into the mix of chance-based mechanics. Still, it's a fun and imaginative world that's worth getting lost in. OXENFREE 2 Lost Signals is a narrative-driven adventure that builds on the original's supernatural mystery. This time, you're dealing with strange radio signals and the eerie feeling that something's not quite right. The dialogue system is the heart of the game, allowing you to shape conversations and the story through your choices. The atmosphere is unsettling in the best way, keeping you engaged in its strange world. However, if you're looking for something more action-packed, you might find the slower pace a little frustrating.
Climbing gear for the rocky terrain are being held with the very polite manager of the general store. Should be right in the center of the harbor. Go get them and then call me back, okay? Oh, and before I forget, you have a walkie-talkie.
For those who like a bit of fast-paced action, Dandy Ace is a colorful roguelike where you play as a magician fighting through a twisted magical palace. The game's combat is all about combos and using your abilities creatively to survive. It's flashy, fun, and challenging with a great sense of progression as you unlock new abilities and cards. The downside is that it can feel repetitive if you're not a fan of the roguelike loop, but for anyone who loves the genre, Dandy Ace offers plenty of replayability and flair. Juggler's Tale is a puzzle platformer with a unique storytelling approach. You play as Abby, a marionette trying to escape the puppet master controlling her fate. The game's narrator speaks in rhyme, which adds a theatrical feel to the experience. The puzzles are clever, though not overly challenging, and the story carries a dark fairy tale vibe that's really captivating. It's a shorter experience compared to others on this list, but it leaves a lasting impression with its narrative and visual style.
Together, dear Abby, you can move now. Was it worth it? All this trouble? Us and Abby can continue their struggle.
Finally, we have Little Witch Nobeta, a 3D action-adventure game where you play as a young witch exploring a mysterious castle filled with enemies and magic. The combat is surprisingly deep, with a mix of magic attacks and dodging mechanics that make for engaging battles. The game has an anime-inspired art style and is often compared to Souls-like games for its challenging combat. However, it's not quite as punishing, making it more accessible to players who enjoy a challenge without the extreme difficulty of a true Souls-like. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this top 10 list, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more awesome gaming content. Let me know in the comments which game is your favorite or if I missed any must-plays. See ya!